Hello, welcome back to the channel. So we're working on this American Flyer 425. Excuse me. I took this motor all apart. I've cleaned it. I've replaced the E-unit fingers and cleaned the E-unit all up. It had quite a bit of rust between this metal arm here and the magnet in there, the electromagnet, so we cleaned that all out. This lower finger, I don't know if we can see it down there, but the lower finger on the right side as we're looking at it was broke off. It still had enough touching it that it would work. It had worn off, I guess, maybe. But it was arcing really bad, so I think that's part of the fix for it. But we got that all cleaned up. Both sets of fingers replaced. The other issue that I found was there was no tension on the springs for the brushes. When I pulled the wire out, because these wires hold the springs in there, they didn't move at all. I lifted my finger off. It had no recoil from the spring, so there was no tension. So what I've done for now, since I didn't have any other springs, is I took another set of brushes and put on top of the spring. I cut them down quite a bit, so they would not have too much pressure in there, but give more pressure to the spring. I do have some springs coming that I ordered for another motor. They may work in this. I ordered, I think, 3 sets of them, so we'll try them in this when they get here. But anyway, this seems to be working a lot better. It doesn't buzz as loud. I don't know, how it's going to pull. I haven't had it back in the locomotive yet, but we'll get that here in a moment. That gear where that's loose, I've done nothing for that yet. I just wanted to see, if I could get it running better, but it's still loose. I've looked at it. It's bradded over good. It's not going to come out, but I wanted to try running it to see, if that was affecting it at all, because I've cleaned everything else up pretty good. So the only other thing, and I've never worked on one of these before, but there's a little brass spacer between the gear there and this bushing on the side. And to me, that didn't look like it belonged in there. It may, but I left it out when I first put this back together, and it actually went back together better because this brush plate had washers under it, which I had to put them back in because I had to put the spacer back in because the armature gets so close to that gear, it arcs off of it. I don't know that it actually touched it, but it was arcing off of it. But it doesn't seem like, and maybe because that gear is wobbling a little bit, maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure. But with that spacer in there, you have to put spacers behind the armature plate that matches it, which I don't think that's right, but I don't know. Never worked on one of these before, but it's functioning well. We'll get it back in one of these locomotive shells and see how it runs. So I stuck this motor back in this Flyer body, this 425 body. I realized the other body, I'm gonna have to do some modification to get this motor in there if I want to use it. I started to put this motor in it, and I cut the hole for the lever for the E unit, And then it's made different down in here too, so it's gonna have to have some more modification if I decide to use it. Anyway, I just want to test this since I cleaned the motor and fixed the E-unit problem and tightened the spring issue up there. And so I haven't had a chance to clean the flyer cars up, so I'm using Lionel pre-war. That's about 60% power. So it's actually running pretty decent, so I think we'll be okay to go ahead and get it cleaned up the way we want it and get everything back together. Like I said, I'm not set on using this body. I don't know. I kind of like it the way it looks, but I don't know. I think I'd rather use the other body. So we got the motor up and going. We'll do a little more cleanup on the motor, just like the wheels and stuff. All I cleaned was the internals. And I think we'll go ahead and try to do something with it since we got it running good. So anyway, that's where we're at with it for now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.